kiddos, we're back again for another lesson, and what we're going to focus on today is text to self connections. Now, y'all are masters at this because this is the basis of being able to make a good inference. And I know y'all are masters at making inferences. But what I wanted to do is go back over this, kind of review. We've been out a little while, things have been kind of crazy. And so just going back and reviewing what it means to make a text to self connection. And then I'm going to show you the graphic organizer that I'm going to ask you to use a couple times throughout our novel study and just kind of demonstrate to you how to use that. Again, using my favorite read aloud, The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors. So before we move on to the graphic organizer, let's review what we know about text to self connections. So basically, it's this idea that when you read something, you have a connection to it. And what it means by connection is when you read something, you're like, oh, this reminds me of when I went horseback riding, or this reminds me of when I went on vacation to the beach, or this reminds me of when my best friend was mad at me. Okay, making connections to the characters in the story. So it says, when a character's thoughts, feelings, actions, or words make you think of a time when you acted, thought, felt, or said the same thing. Being able to kind of put yourself in the character's shoes and yet, yeah, I've been through something like that. I know how that feels. Um, and so I pulled an example here for you, again, through the Lightning Thief. And Percy, we know, we all were really kind of able to relate to him. He's a kid in school. He wasn't very good at reading. He has dyslexia. He has ADHD. And you kiddos know I am a bad speller, okay? I'm horrible at spelling. And y'all have seen me mess up. I've told you my horror stories of spelling tests. And so the very first time I read The Lightning Thief was actually when I was about y'all's age. Um, I read The Lightning Thief and I instantly connected to it because I was like, I remember this feeling of feeling stupid. I remember sitting in my desk, getting another F on my spelling test, and just feeling like I couldn't do it, feeling like a failure. And Percy kind of describes himself in that way. And so I'm able to make a connection to him because I've been through the same thing that he has. So anytime that you can kind of put yourself in the character's shoes and you can say, yeah, I've been there, I've done that, you're making a text to self connection. You're using your background knowledge and your life to connect to the character. So let's put it into action. Okay, so this is what your graphic organizer is going to look like for text to self connections. I'm going to ask you to make two connections. So this will be the first one. This is your second one. Today I'm only going to demonstrate one for you because I really just want you guys to be able to understand how to work the graphic organizer. And so as always, you're going to start up here at the top. It says text. And remember, we're working from our favorite read aloud, The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors. So when it says what happened in the text, okay, it does not have to be word for word. If it is, that's fine. But you need to at least give me a summary of what happened in the text and what it made me think. And so I brought up the time, and I pulled this one word for word, but yours does not have to be. Even though Paper was the smartest warrior in all the land, he was sad because no one could outwit him. And when I read that, I had a connection. And I was like, I have felt like that too. I am a person who wants to work really hard for everything I have, and I want to be considered the best. And the only way to be considered the best is to go up against the best. I don't want to be the best because no one else can do it. I want to be the best because I've worked my way up there and I've battled and I've done my hardest work, and people say, "Oh, wow, Megan's really good at that." And so I said, I can make a connection because I know that I want to be good at things and not just because they're easy. I want to be known as the best. So even though Paper was winning all these battles, he was like, these have been too easy. Like, I need to find something that challenges me. And I feel that way too. I don't love it when things are too easy. I want to be challenged. And so I made a connection to that. So what you'll do, kiddos, when you're filling this out for holes, basically you'll put, the text here, holes. You can even put the chapter there if you want to, because like I said, we're going to do this one a couple times. And then you're going to tell me either word for word or a quick summary of what happened in the text and how you made a connection to it. Did you feel the same way? Did you act the same way? Have you had those same kind of thoughts before? Have you been through that same kind of thing before? And if you've already listened to my read aloud, I stop a couple times through there and I'm like, ooh, how would you feel? Or have you ever done that? So there are several things throughout the chapters that you're going to be able to make connections to. But as always, if you are struggling, please let me know. Have your parents send me a message on their mind, on Facebook, ask to Zoom, ask to call, whatever it is that you need, kiddos. Let me know. I'm here for you. That's my job. I miss your faces. I miss being in class with you, but I'm still so excited that we get to connect this way. So I love you, kiddos, and until next time.